Hello guys, I just took my my phone. I was just sleeping right there and I heard something boom, boom, boom kicking on the tent, like someone throwing rocks or something at me. I'm just gonna do a quick little check out. It's about 3:30 in the morning right now. Let's see. Hey YouTube, it's Mr. Prodigy here, and welcome to my first camp out. I'm gonna start off here. I got the tent and everything set up. You'll see that video before before you'll see this, and I'm just gonna do it. I'll show you how to make a little quick fire here. You want to get your paper down. I'm not using flint and steel like I normally would, but just because it's getting dark and I want to be quick here and show you guys. Pretty basic here. You want to start with smaller firewood at the beginning, and then you want to get to the bigger stuff after, if you're going a little bit. And once I got this going, I got camp set up here. I'll show you guys the camp, and then I'm gonna do a cook over this and tell you some camp stories. Once I get this done, I consider step one done. So step two is step brew. So I'm gonna have a beer or two out here with you guys, and then yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping in this tent. It's gonna be about it goes down to 0 - 1 tonight. So I'm just using a sleeping bag and a tent. This is the only time I'm actually gonna be using a tent. The rest of my other camping trips in very unique places. This is just my friend's backyard, so the next one will be in more adventurous places, more unique places, and I got a lot of good ideas coming for you guys. I get this fire going. I'm gonna tell some stories. So I grab step brew. Yeah, and we'll just relax by the fire. Good. 1 second. I want to get out in this boat as much as I can here before we get to the winter. The wind will actually help catch this fire. Bunch of firewood I'm gonna be using here. And the reason I picked this spot is it's gonna be kind of just a test. I want to see how the lighting is. There is a light on the camera. I am gonna have a flashlight, and I just want to kind of see how the process goes, so that if they do make mistakes or something like that, or find ways to make it more interesting, I'll be ready to do that for my next camp out, which will be in a couple days from now. I'm gonna have a tutorial on how to set up a slip bobber for any of you out there that want to get out fishing. Slip bobber works very, very good in the fall, especially for walleye and perch for if you're North America here. And yeah, just like that, fire's going. Now I'm just gonna show you guys camp here really quick, and then I'm gonna go grab step brew, and I'll meet you guys back here in a little second. But here's my camp. Got firewood, my fire, and my tent. Inside of my tent, this is all it is. One little sleeping bag, not even a pillow. I'm gonna be camping in that throughout the night. And the reason I picked this spot, we have strange neighbors. Not the next door ones, but the ones behind that fence. See if anything happens in the night, any bumps in the night. But here, I'll be right back, guys. Well, it's about 9:30 in the evening here in central Saskatchewan. And now it's time for everything's all set up, fire's going. I'm gonna cook some food here right away. I'm just gonna have a quick, instead of step 1, step 2, step brew, have a beer with you guys. Just here to talk about some stories. And once this fire burns down, I'm gonna do a little bit of a cook. I'm just making some craft dinner out here, but one thing I want to tell you guys. Okay, well, this is a camping trip. It is at my buddy's backyard. There's some estranged neighbors not too far away, so I kind of wanted to be a little bit more unique, because the upcoming stuff that I want to bring to you guys is gonna be just a sleeping bag. I know tonight I am sleeping in a tent with just a sleeping bag. This is all just kind of practice to get ready, seeing how the lighting does on the camera, and seeing how the night goes, and getting used to the cold weather. Because what I'm planning to do, at least for the next video, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, so I want this all to be a surprise. But for my next video, it's gonna be over at a lake. I'm gonna walk down a trail and just camp out there. Hopefully I can do a catch and cook if I can catch a fish. There is gonna be a fishing tutorial video that I'm gonna bring up here right away. That sip of the beverage. You guys have no idea what kind of content I'm gonna bring to you guys. And this is only the starter. Like, right now, even this video, who thinks of having a fire in the backyard on a freaking tin can, fire pit lid, whatever you want to call it, washing machine lid, I think is actually what it is. And it's nice out here. I love doing stuff like this. This is what I enjoy doing the most. And I want to bring to you guys kind of my life. If you haven't watched my Real Talk, it kind of explains from the very beginning, when I was a baby, all the way up to where I am now. I'm only 2 episodes in. I'm gonna upload those probably like once a week or so. But the main thing now is it's already the first week of October, so things are gonna get cold. You're gonna see frost, you're gonna see snow, you're gonna see me camping in all these kinds of situations. I'm gonna be camping on the ice fishing. I want to give you guys some fishing videos. There's so many things that I want to bring to you guys, and the pranks haven't even started yet. It's all just trial. I'm just learning kind of as I go, and I've learned so much in just the 3 weeks since starting the channel. So things that are coming are gonna be absolutely phenomenal. Holy hot fire. But I'm gonna be doing stuff like this, but camping in very unique places. Like, I'm talking abandoned schools, abandoned houses, haunted areas, haunted roads. I'm gonna try and record all that before it gets to here in Canada. It gets to like minus 30 degrees, minus 40 degrees at night. So it's a little bit harder to camp and stuff like that, because hypothermia is obviously a factor and stuff like that. But I like fall. One of my favorite times of the season is actually Halloween, October. Love this time of year. The winters here are brutal, are not fun, but you make the most of it. You do what's fun. Now I want to get into some stories here. Okay, well, this is before I started doing YouTube. I had this plan. Something I really wanted to do so badly was take a little inflatable kayak filled with a bunch of coolers of food and drinks and everything, and carry it up a hill. And I ended up camping out there. And I wanted to see the night. This was before I thought about YouTube and recording. Bring you guys along on the adventure. I went up on top of the hill and I started a fire. I set up my tent. Same tent, the one I'm using right now. And I started a fire and I put on some soup, which had rabbit leg and pork belly, all intertwined into a soup, and it turned out actually quite good. But I left that fire going, and then I went to go down the bottom of the hill to go fishing. So I wanted to fish, and I fished for about 4 or 5 hours, but I all of a sudden I smelled smoke. I never smelled smoke before, so I was like, well, why does it smell like smoke? Then I thought, my fire. So I dropped everything. I reeled in. I dropped everything, and I ran up the hill, and almost the whole acre of grass, or well, the whole environment I was staying at was on fire. So me doing what I know best, emergency situation. Oh crap. Okay, so what do I do here? So I grab my sleeping bag. I take my sleeping bag and I start just pushing it onto this fire all around the campsite. I just push it out, make sure the fire's out, like basically suffocate it. And I did that for almost an hour. I was going different spots and, oh, this is on fire, that's on fire, okay, let's do this, do that. And it was such a crazy experience. Learned so much from it. But when you're doing things like what I'm doing now, it's a little dangerous, and it's also very cold. That's why I want to do these in the late October. Well, it's beginning of October, but late season here in Saskatchewan. In about 3 weeks from now, there's going to be snow on the ground. I do have planned, I do want to make a giant snow quincy to be able to have fire and camp in, and like kind of like an igloo, as the people in America always say. Oh, Canadians always live in igloos. Well, I'm gonna build that up this winter, because I'm also gonna be working on a lot of content now. Like there's so much content that I want to bring to you guys, like especially pranks and doing campouts like this. To me it's fun. It gets me out. It's like a therapy. I really do try to share what I can of my life and who I am on my real talks. So if you haven't watched any of those yet, make sure you watch some. But it just shows you like from beginning of time to where I am now, and the situation I'm in now, the problems I struggle with, and all that fun stuff that everybody goes through. But 1 second. I hope you guys are enjoying a brew too. A brew too, like a step 2. Because out here, I don't drink very often. I actually drink very rarely. I only really do it when I'm camping, going and having fun, and it's not something I normally regularly do. I'm a bodybuilder. I work out most of the time, in the house a lot, but I want to get out of the vlogs and not just strictly YouTube giveaways. because that's kind of what my channel's been based around lately, just because my channel's grown so quickly. Like the next one's at 250 subscribers, but and then it's gonna be 500, then 1,000, then 1,500, 2,000, and 5,000. So, but the draws will get a lot bigger and bigger and bigger as the time goes on. I mean, all I really want to do is a hobby. Like, I want to bring stuff to you guys that's interesting, fun, creative, and right now I'm only just getting started. I'm just learning it, learning everything, and learning the edits, and learning how to build, kind of like make a movie in a way. So this is just kind of more of a truth talk than anything else. But it's nice to be out here, middle of nowhere, and I kind of picked a spot where there is. I always try to pick a spot where it's a little bit sketchy, a little intimidating in a way. As I mean by that, as in abandoned buildings. I don't know who I'm gonna run into, if I'm gonna run into anything. I don't know. There's coyotes and wolves around. There's gonna be frost all over the ground. And I'm just gonna take a sleeping bag. This is the only time I'm taking a tent, unless I go far up north in the next winter or next summer. Then yeah, I'm gonna use tents, but I'm gonna be doing forest walks and camping in the middle of the forest. And this brings me another story. All right, so me and the old man, my dad, I call him Pops. You might see him in the upcoming videos. But my old man Pops, he decided to take me into the forest. No phone, no access to the internet, no access to the maps. We didn't have a map on us. So we go out, we go to try to find a lake. Because he's seen on Google Maps, but he left his phone to charge. There's a lake nearby, and we took our fishing rods to try and fish this unknown lake that nobody's ever fished before. And we go out there, and it's just a slough. Like there's no fish there. It's all very shallow, all full of cattails, as we call them here. And we realized, okay, well, let's turn around. We grabbed a few beers on our way, and we had one already when we went out there, and one on the way back. And my dad was going further and further into the forest, and I told him, I was like, hey man, why don't you look that way? You can see the trees, the canopies, a lot, there's been cuts, so you can kind of see it's more open, right? So he's like, oh, you know, you're gonna get trapped. I'm going this way. I'm like, fine, I'm going this way. So I went my own way, and 15 minutes later, I'm screaming to my dad, I found where the campsite is. This is way up by Reindeer Lake, which is, if you don't know where that is like really, really far north of Saskatchewan. And I do want to get a video up there again, coming up soon. Probably next year. But he was screaming, oh, it's this way. And I was like, no, it's here. Follow my voice. Come this way. And eventually, yeah, sure enough, the stubborn old bugger came over and he's like, holy shit, you found it. Oh, wow, you're so great. Like, how did you find that? I'm like, brah. I just kind of just followed the tree line, and I kind of know my north, south, east, west. Like a compass, I don't really even need a compass. I'm a very big outdoorsman. I do a lot of stuff outdoors. Outdoors is my absolute favorite thing to do. I would live outdoors if I could. But no, found the way back, and Dad was all excited to finally got back there and go back there, crush some more brews, and yeah, it ended up being a good night, but something that in the family that we'll never ever forget. And yeah, I know I got so many more stories to tell, but I'm gonna save them for these upcoming trips. It's only gonna get better from here. This is just kind of the beginning stage. Like I wanna do so much big things, but I don't want to only get 20 views, 30 views, and I look at the accolades. I only watch like 30 seconds, and it's like, Well, I did all this work just to really for nothing. I mean, the views are nice. Subscribers. I appreciate all of you that have been subscribed to me. But I'd really appreciate if you guys actually watch the videos and seeing what kind of content I'm bringing up, because I'm really gonna really bring up. Like I consider my content right now a 2 out of 10, but I'm gonna bring it up to a 10 out of 10. But I don't want it to all go for waste. Like I want people to actually see the video, watch the video, learn more about me. My real talk is the real me, but question and answers will come later on. But like me out here camping, telling stories. Let me know if you guys like this kind of thing, because this is gonna be kind of a big thing on my YouTube channel, where I'm gonna be. It's not gonna be here. It's gonna be out in the middle of absolute nowhere, and hopefully get some catch and cooks involved. And even if I don't, I'm always gonna cook up some exotic type of food, or I don't know, always something interesting that I'm gonna cook up. And you know, that's what always got me with YouTube, was people like, what are you gonna cook this time? What are you gonna cook this time? How are you gonna cook it? For me, it's gonna be a little bit like that. I mean, I got so many ideas that I got planned to do that I don't want to spoil. Let us wait and see how the video goes and build the channel up. And I appreciate all of you who are helping build the channel up and watching the videos and helping me to get monetized. If I ever get monetized, then I can actually go on these trips. Like, I'll be able to go anywhere in Canada. And I'm not thinking just Canada. I'm thinking USA. I'm thinking other countries. I'd love to go to the Philippines one time, get some content there. I want to go to the Middle East. I want to go to United Kingdom. I think there's so many places that I truly want to go. That, you know, with YouTube monetization, people watching the ads, and helping me grow, I can bring in some amazing videos. But it's a grind. Everybody knows YouTube's a grind. And it doesn't happen overnight. You gotta work and work and work and grind. So I want to bring you guys some amazing videos. There's gonna be a prank video coming up, and there's gonna be a fishing tutorial coming up, and another camp out. But it's not gonna be here. That's all I'm saying. And hopefully it'll turn out to be a catch and cook. But if not, well, I'll figure it out. I'll bring some food along. Cook over the fire. Always cook over the fire. You know, when people camp, they say roughing it. You know, roughing it is a tent and a sleeping bag. No, I'm doing something more survival type stuff, where it's literally no tent. It's just a sleeping bag, pillow, and maybe a blanket, and that's all there is to it. That's it. I'm not bringing a frying pan or a pot or cooking right over the fire with whatever I have utensils to use. Subscriber giveaways, yes, they're gonna get less and less, because, well, I do every milestone, so 250, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 5,000. Yeah, like I was saying, it's gonna build up, but I'm gonna do bigger giveaways, especially after I'm monetized. If I ever turn into like Mr. Beast or something like that, oh my god, you guys would get an insane amounts of money. I would do wicked draws. If I was ever rich, I would definitely give back to everybody. There's a lot of people struggling out there. I'm not gonna say that I'm not struggling myself, even though I got a bunch of gold and a bunch of money in the bank. I mean, I got a job that I really hate going to, and you know, if YouTube ever worked out, man, the things I could do. But it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens, and whatever's meant to be, will be. And yeah, I'll be right back once this fire's burned out. I'm gonna cook a little bit too. All right, so now I think the pot is boiling. We're just go close enough. I hope the handle is hot. So this is what it is. Some craft dinner cooked over the fire. Yeah, ready to hit the hay. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and we'll see you guys when this is all cooked up. Well, it's starting to rain, as you can hear, and my craft dinner is just about done. Yeah, and there's my strange neighbors have their dog barking. But anyways, I didn't find a way to drain this, so I'm gonna have to allow this to cool for a few seconds before I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it by hand. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you here in a second. And then I'm gonna eat and then hit the hay. I think it's all done now. Running off some things, and that's how it all turned out. Now I'm gonna have to try and release the water somehow, but it's hot. Nothing wrong with some bark. There we go. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, now, geez, here. Put the water out. The cheese. Alright, and then well guys, as you can see, it's raining a lot, and I got her all done. So I'm just gonna be like this and just eat my food. And now she said I'm just gonna eat my food and I'm gonna hit the hay in the tent in the cold. See you guys in the morning. Hello guys, I just took my my phone. I was just sleeping right there, and I heard something boom, 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 ticking on the tent, like someone throwing rocks or something at me. I'm just gonna do a quick little check out. It's about 3:30 in the morning right now. See, fire's out. Seem to be coming from over there somewhere. I can kind of see the flurries in the camera. It's a cold one, but yeah, back to sleep now here. But I don't know what that was. It was like someone chucking like little stones at my tent. Anyways, back to bed I go. Well, YouTube, this is what I woke up to on my first night of camping. It's about 9 in the morning right now, and I woke up with my tent kind of upside down. At least the fire was out. I'll make it to a short because the wind's pretty bad. And I just kind of see, but stay tuned for my video. Just doing a quick edit, or quickly editing it, and it'll be uploaded here soon on my first camp out. Yeah, it's a great video. Stay tuned, watch it. It's took a lot of work, but yeah, this is what I woke up to. It wasn't too nice, but it is what it is.